Hey, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about more gardening. There's just so much to learn about the gardening and the fishing and all those things that gives you the extra points. So I'm going to sign in today under my main account or my main toon that I usually would play. And we're going to go ahead and pick some flowers and things like that. We're going to go to our home or to our home estate. Alright, so these flowers are ready to be picked. So all I have to do is come up to each one of those and just pick them. Alright, let me just see how many shovel credit I already have. So I have 57. I still got a ways to go, so I'll be continuing to do this shoveling for a while. If you noticed in some of the other videos on my other toons that I have done, I was at a 10, not the number 10, but the silver gold 10. So I was at TIN shovel level. And so if you can see here in this particular toon, I've got a silver. So I've got a ways to go to get to the 320. So I'll be planting for a while. And I don't know what the maximum number is here. I'm assuming it's probably like the large watering can or the huge watering can. That it'll probably max out at some point when you eventually get to planting, you know, the 8 jelly bean combinations. So I'm just going to do this for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and go around and pick all my plants. I'm going to pause the video here and then I'll go ahead and go around and pick everything, and then we'll come back and go ahead and plant after I get finished picking. Okay, I've just got finished picking all of my flowers. This is my basket that I have just picked, and you can see that I've already in my album that I do have credit for it. Where's it at? It's somewhere. Okay, so Chili Lily right here. I've already got credit for it, so I just keep planting them over and over and over. So once you do get credit for planting each of these different types of flowers, then you can always just plant whatever's the easiest for you to remember time after time after time. So the one I can remember on the 5 jelly bean combination is the blue, red, red, red. Because if you look at the other ones, for example, this is 5 combinations. I may or may not remember that one. The same thing for, let's see if there's any other ones. Like side carnation. Who's going to remember that one off the top of their head? Who's going to remember that one? So the easiest one for me to remember is this blue, red, red, red. And that is this picture right here that you can zoom in and look, and you can see that somebody created this way back in, you know, almost 20 years ago, guys. And I'm not for sure exactly when the game, when the Toontown original game first started, but this little combination's been out. This little jelly bean combination picture's been out for, you know, for a long time. So as you can see here, I've showed this in another video, but this is just kind of more of a detailed, as you can look at it. I have got credit for every single one of the 5 jelly bean combinations, the ones that say 5 on it. I've already planted all those. I've got credit for them, so I'm just going to keep repeating the same ones over and over and over until I actually can build up my shovel skill and I actually can move on to the 6th level. And then if you can notice on the 6th, it starts, they're not really that hard, but it would be the same thing as the 5 and the 4. So, you know, when you get ready to start memorizing, you know, which one I'm going to plant, either you can pull this picture up or you can just kind of memorize one little quick pattern. The one that I would probably memorize the most would probably be, let's see, probably this blue, red, purple, 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 you know. But right now we're still working on the 5, so that's why I picked the 5s, because it looks like it's the easiest combination to remember. Alright, so we're going to close the book, and then we are going to go ahead and plant. Blue, red, red, red. I'm not going to water these because I'm going to sign in and let one of my other toons later water these. Remember, I've already done maxed out with my huge watering can, and if I talked about the large watering can in my previous video for this particular toon, I was actually meaning my huge watering can, not my large, because I've already got it maxed out at the huge watering can. So the huge watering can actually gives a great distinguish marker for allowing you to water less often. You can water, and it can actually make your plants stay longer where you don't have to come back as often and water them. Now, it's not really going to matter if you do it on your small toons, you know, your toons that are not experienced enough. They need all the experience that they can get by watering. So that means that if you come back every day and water, it's going to just help their skill. It's not going to not let you water. It's going to let them water as often. It just allows any toon that's not signed on regularly, it'll allow the plant to stay let them stay longer where they're not having to be watered as often. So that way, if you do not sign on as often as some people, if you don't sign on for like at least a week, your flowers and your trees should still be okay. They shouldn't be wilted. So remember, when you are on your estate or in your gardening, planting at your house, you can only pick and plant your own trees and your own flowers. While you're at the estate, so any of the other houses that I have that have flowers, as you can see over here, this toon has flowers. So if I needed the skill, I could water, but I just can't pick or plant their flowers. I can only pick and plant my flowers. But at any of your toons houses, you can water if you need the watering skill. So if you do have, if you do have multiple toons on your account, you can sign in and just let them build up like I would do on this one. Because if I can water them, but I'm just not going to get any credit, so might as well let one of my other toons that I have get the experience. And like I've also said, if you are at someone else's estate and they don't mind you watering, then you can water their plants as well. If they've already got theirs maxed out. And you could ask them, hey, can I water your plants? Oops, I accidentally did that one. Was it being too? Alright, so I have just finished doing all my planting. Now what I would like to do is, if I haven't already showed you in one of the other videos, just like when you fish, you're going to have a basket, and you're going to have, how many jelly beans your basket's worth and how many your basket can hold. It can hold, just like the fishing, the 20. So if you want to go ahead and take your 10 flowers to the wheelbarrow, that's fine. It's totally up to you. And you can see I've progressed a little bit since I've been on this video to 66 from like 50 something. We're going to go ahead and drop these off at the wheelbarrow. That way maybe the next time I can just do the 20 or whatever. So you're going to run to your wheelbarrow on your estate. And usually you're going to be looking for the area where there's a lot of yellow. There's a wheelbarrow over here. So it'll be over here by itself. And you're just going to run up to it, and you're just going to basically sell all just like you would if you're doing your fish. On your estate, you have the bucket that you would drop your fish off at. The wheelbarrow is where you drop your flowers off at, and there's nothing extra you have to do. So if you open your book, the basket's empty. Alright, so I think that's all that I'm going to be showing you in this particular video. Like I said, I keep planting these over and over and over because I've got credit for all of the 5 jelly bean combinations out there. For example, I've got credit for the time and a half ordeal. I've got credit for the side carnation. I've got credit for the whoopsie daisy. I've got credit for the chili lily. What else is there? Whoopsie daisy, side carnation. Oh, the one lip time deal. Okay, so I've showed you all of those, and eventually when I get to the other 6 combinations, I hope to be recording this when I actually am able to move up to the 6th jelly bean combination. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video now, and I'll probably sign back into another toon and play some more watering or something like that.